Hello everyone. Very warm welcome to all of you joining this webinar today. Firstly, I'd like to express my deep gratitude for such an impressive turnout. It's really encouraging to see so many of you eager to engage and know about what we are launching today. So it's true that we are launching a brand new product today. It gives me immense pleasure to share that we have to date partnered with over 1,000 companies across the globe. Now, I believe that once an organization crosses the first 6 years, it builds a core strength for itself. For Zobin, I believe that it is our ability to engage with candidates, not just engage, but post engagement, deriving good, actionable insights and giving that to the senior management of our partners and helping them hire great talent. On this mission, we are building and improving ourselves every single day. While I can sense the anticipation in the air to see a new product, before we talk about the new product, I'd like to just take a couple of minutes of your time and showcase some of the latest updates that we have done at Zobin. So I'd like to show you today three things in the next few minutes of what we have upgraded in our platform. Okay, I'd like to show and even demo a few things. They should take just few minutes. So without wasting time, let's just get started. So the first major update, evaluating answers with generative AI. Okay, so for the last 3 months, we have been piloting a brand new innovation powered by the likes of ChatGPT and other LLMs. And we built, after several tinkering and understanding of our candidates and customers, what we call as AI Evaluate. So what is AI Evaluate? Now, AI Evaluate automatically evaluates the answers for subjective questions based on the target answers you give. For example, you could ask a question to the candidate in his online assessment like, how will you optimize the blog to make it SEO friendly? And a candidate would give an answer. Let's say 1,000 candidates have written answers. How would you go ahead and evaluate? You will go to the assessment report and manually rate these candidates on a scale of 0 to 10. The other option was keyword matching, which few players have, which has not been really accurate. Now, with the advent of generative AI, the last 6 months, since November 2022, since GPT 3.5 was launched, we are able to accurately evaluate the answers the candidate give, just as accurate as you would evaluate. So as a result, AI Evaluate automatically evaluates the answer the candidate has written based on the guidelines that you are giving. You know what? Instead of just talking, let me just jump into a demo right now and show you right away. I'm going to go ahead and create a small subjective question. I'm going to go ahead to Zobin's question library. I'm going to create my own question. Usually, subjective questions are meant to receive descriptive answers from the candidate. So I'm going to ask questions regarding marketing. So I'm going to just select marketing. I'm going to set the difficulty as, let's say, medium, and I'm going to create a question. The question I'm going to create is, what are the steps you would take to ensure the blog you create is SEO friendly? This is the question that I'm creating. If you save the question, it would become yet another subjective question in Zobin. But if you go ahead and click Zobin's AI Evaluate, the first thing the AI would do is to hit our custom LLM and generate a target answer. So this is the target answer the AI has created. Mostly the target answer is correct. But if you're not happy, you can go ahead and edit it. And once you're happy, you can go ahead and save the question. But now I'm going to tell you how the candidate would answer, and I'm going to show you how the AI evaluates. I'm going to pretend as a candidate here. So for that, I'm going to preview this question. So right now I'm a candidate and I am going to answer this question. What are the steps you would take to ensure the blog you create is SEO friendly? I would probably use a lot of keywords that are similar to the words in the title. Well, it's not a great answer, but let's just click evaluate and see how Zobin's AI evaluates this line. Okay, like I said, the response does not address the steps needed to ensure the blog is SEO friendly. Okay, let me just go ahead and write one more line here, or let me replace this line with something else. I would ensure the images are optimized. So this line is slightly more correct. And so I've got 2 out of 10. And look at the comment here. The candidate correctly mentions one step towards ensuring the blog is SEO friendly by optimizing the images. Because out of the 8 ideal steps a candidate should answer, I have just mentioned one step here. So if I have written a more detailed answer, I could have gotten more score here. AI evaluate comes handy when you have to evaluate thousands of candidates at one go. All right, so that is about AI evaluate. So you can add up to 10 AI evaluate questions in your assessments, and it comes with no extra cost. So I strongly urge you to go ahead and use it. So the second major update that I'd like to share today is assessing the speaking skills of candidate. One of the interesting trends that we observed after ChatGPT came into existence was people are interested in checking the English skills of a person more than checking their technical skills. So, more than checking their coding or other functional job role skills, everybody wants to check whether a candidate can speak good English. So, more than assessing just the grammatics or the vocabulary of the person, customers also want to assess the accent in which the candidates are speaking. For example, if a candidate has to go and speak to a lot of North Americans, the customer does not want the candidate to have a strong native accent. So again here, we are using generative AI to help build a very accurate speaking skills assessment. Let me show you right away. In this assessment, I have added a subjective questions with AI Evaluate enabled. But this time, I specifically mentioned that the candidate should give the input in the form of a video and not text. So as a candidate, I took up the assessment and this is the end report that has been generated. So this is the question that I created. Can you provide an example of when you received negative feedback from a customer and how you addressed it? And I answer this question in the video format to let the customer talk. And once I hear the feedback from them, I would provide them with the valid value with the solution. I tried to imitate an ideal candidate who would answer the interview. And once the assessment was submitted, the AI first creates a near to accurate transcript. This is one of the latest advancements with the new generative AI capacity. We are able to easily transcribe videos accurately. After transcribing, we go ahead and deduct the accent. So here, an Indian accent has been deducted and with a 76% confidence rate. And the AI further gives a score, writes a relevant example of receiving negative feedback from a customer and addresses it actively by listening to the customer. This is generated by AI and these scores are generated by AI as well. So this is how speaking skills are actually evaluated. All right, so that was the speaking skills assessment. So lastly, before we unveil the product, one last update that I just want to finish off. And this is something that many of you have requested, which is an integrated psychometric assessment. Now, usually in Zobin, we had a healthy divide, like a normal skill assessments, like a coding assessment or a functional skill assessment was one, and a psychometric assessment used to be another. Many people used to request us to merge both of these together. Now, finally, we have done it. So the entire psychometric assessment module, we have assessments built for more than 50 to 60 psychometric traits. Each of them have been properly scientifically validated on a relevant sample set. Uh, we have built, and you can actually integrate these psychometric modules into a normal assessment, and they work beautifully fine. Let me just take probably less than 2 minutes to show this to you. All right, to demonstrate our integrated psychometric assessment, I'm going to create a small assessment and show you. I'm going to click on the create new assessment, and all the thousands of skills and questions in the Zobin platform gets popped up. I'm going to go ahead and probably select one technical skill and one general business skill. Well, the purpose of this assessment is to just demonstrate the capabilities. And I'm going to go ahead and add few psychometric traits here. For example, ethics, an individual's moral principles, integrity, and adherence to ethical standards in decision making and total behavior. 6 questions, 6 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and create this assessment. And that's all. So once I create the assessment, just like a normal assessment, I can go ahead and add a lot of registration field. I can enforce all the webcam proctoring. I can enable off-tab activity proctoring, and then finally launch the assessment. Now, once a candidate takes up the assessment, this is how the report is being shown. If it was a normal skill assessment, you would go ahead and get the correct answers and wrong answers. But in case of psychometric assessments, you get these three flags which denote high, medium, or low. Like I said, every psychometric traits is benchmarked against several thousand candidates who have answered the same questions and who have again been vetted by human professionals. So the traits that we launched in Zobin platform are accurate and statistically validated. So when we talk about recruiting, we are referring to more than just the typical assessments. It's about ensuring every candidate feels valued and truly gets a sense of what our organization stands for. Our mission at Zobin has always been the same. It is to eliminate the biases from the hiring process, ensuring that every individual gets a fair chance. To make this mission a reality, we lean heavily on both efficiency and smart automation. With this in mind, I am super thrilled to introduce you to Zobin's innovative applicant tracking system called as Tracks. Zobin Tracks is the brand new applicant tracking system powered by Generative AI. This platform is a testament to our dedication and will pave the way to the future of recruitment. Without further speeches, I'm going to directly jump into the demo of Zobin Tracks. Here it is. Tracks helps you streamline your recruitment process into distinct stages. You can incorporate an assessment, schedule an interview, or even insert a recorded video interview into a track, ensuring systematic engagement with the candidate. Let me demonstrate by creating a track for hiring a lead enterprise relationships manager. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and create a track. I'm going to name the job role here. It's going to be lead enterprise relations. Observe that I'm keeping the job role ambiguous and I don't have a job description in my hand, but let's create this anyway. I'm going to go ahead and give some details like this is a full-time role, this department, this is in sales department, and well, the salary range is going to be somewhere 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs, and experience range should be 4 to 6 years. And I'm going to just give the job of creating the assessment job description to AI, and that's it. So here we are using a custom LLMs to go ahead and create a job description suiting the requirements we have, so we can even give an ambiguous job role and we're going to get a very good job description. As for the next stage of creating this track, we are going to go ahead and require the candidate to apply various to fill up a lot of things like the name, email, resume, the usual ATS stuff is there here. And then comes the interesting part. Tracks is all about providing structure to your standard recruitment process. Within this interface you're seeing, you can customize the candidate's entire recruitment journey, whether it is initiating an assessment, scheduling an interview, or prompting a candidate to record a video responses, or simply setting up a review stage where I can evaluate the candidate based on various criteria. Tracks has it covered. Now, let me go ahead and show you how to go ahead and add an assessment stage. I'm going to add a new stage here, and I am going to call it as an assessment stage, and I'm going to select the stage type as assessments. Here, all the assessments that I have previously created in the Zobin platform will be listed, or I can create a new assessment. Since this is a sales role, I'm going to go ahead and add some negotiation and customer success, and like we know, I'm going to also go ahead and add some small psychometric component, and that's it. I don't want to complicate things. I'm going to create the assessment. Now all what I have to do is to go ahead and launch the assessment. That's it. An assessment has been created successfully, and as you can see, the stage has been configured. Now in our recruitment process, we have 4 stages, that is job application, followed by assessment, and then we have to make a hire or reject decision. I'm going to go and add one more stage, and this stage is called as an interview stage. I'm going to select the stage type as interview, and I'm going to go ahead and select the interviewer. Let's say I select Shriram here. I'm also going to go ahead and add a scorecard saying that Shriram is going to conduct this interview with this candidate, and he's going to evaluate this candidate on the above 2 traits. And I'm going to simply save the stage. So what Tracks will do is it will sync Shriram's calendar, find available slots where Shriram is present, available, and it'll also go and check the availability of the candidate and automatically schedule the interview. Once the interview is over, Shriram will come to Tracks and rate the candidate on the traits that we have chosen here. So this is how we are customizing the tracks. With this, our tracks are complete. I'm going to simply go ahead and post track. That's it. Let's go back to our tracks dashboard. What's even more convenient now is how effortlessly Zobin tracks allow you to launch your careers page. I'm going to click edit careers here, and voila, with a single click, you can preview your customized careers page. This is Zobin's career page, and all the tracks that I really want to be here on the careers page, for example, the one that I created right now, lead enterprise relations is live here. And this is going to be there in my website as it is my career page. So candidates can simply come in and click apply now, and they can go ahead and register. So whatever fields we have chosen, whatever JD that was generated by AI, everything is here, and the candidate can simply apply for this track. To further illustrate the efficacy of tracks, let me pull up a track we internally utilize at Zobin for hiring. Here is our business development executive track. I'm going to view the responses, which will open the complete Kanban UI of the tracks. Tracks has two UIs. One is the Kanban UI and then a lists UI, where I can see all the candidates in different stages. So as and when a candidate applies, he would be present in the applied stage and then he can be moved to the subsequent stages. Moving a candidate can happen in two different ways. One, manual movement, like I'm moving this person from this stage to this stage. This will ask me to which date he has to start the assessment. The default ones are fine. And an assessment invite would have been sent to this candidate. The second way of moving a candidate from one stage to another stage is by selecting the candidates in bulk and moving them to the next stage. In this case, interviews is the next stage. So what's going to happen is these three candidates who recently came into this particular stage would have gotten an invite to schedule their interviews with me. The third way of moving a candidate from one stage to another stage is going to be something called as auto advance, where I can set certain conditions, like if the total work experience of the candidate is greater than 3 years, then automatically move him to the assessments. Auto advance, similar to auto advance, there is auto reject. If the experience is less than 2 years, then automatically reject a candidate. You can also filter the candidates based on various criterias. Like for example, in case of assessment, you can select candidates who gotten more than 20% or less than 20%. Another aspect of tracks is my tasks. Whenever you move a candidate to a review stage where you have to rate the candidate, especially when it comes to interviews, when a candidate is moved to an interview stage, in order to rate that particular candidate, you will be given this My Tasks view where you can go ahead and rate the candidates. For example, here you can rate the candidates' communication skills, you can rate the candidates' technical skills, cultural fit, creativity, and you can simply save the score. And that's it. So every day, whichever candidate comes to this particular review stage, all the candidates you can find here, and you can simply log in, rate the candidate's performance, and that's it. The data gets saved. Or during an interview with this candidate, you can again go ahead and rate their performance, and the data gets saved. Let me show you how the data is stored for a candidate. Let me take this candidate here, for example. So in this case, the candidate has applied. This is the data the candidate submitted during applying for the job. And then they were moved to the assessment stage. And this is the assessment score of the candidate. So you can see in each and every section how much they have scored. And then if I don't like the candidate, I can simply again reject them. So rejecting candidates is very important, as that's going to ensure that the candidates do not wait to hear a response from you. And all the customers who have been using tracks in their beta have really utilized the auto advance and auto reject features to go ahead and make sure the candidates are updated regularly. To wrap things up, you can filter candidates like I mentioned with different criterias across different stages and simply export them, and you will get a CSV export of the entire candidates. So this is tracks. All right, folks. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of the webinar. So that was Zobin Tracks, our newest product. Zobin Tracks will have a simple and affordable subscription plan starting from $99 a month, which should be more than enough for you to complete your entire recruitment process. Uh, for now, till the end of September, Tracks has been made free for all of you to trial it out. I urge you to go ahead and give it a shot. It's still a product at initial stage, but for those of you who know us at Zobin, when we start something, we really won't stop, and we will ensure that a perfect applicant tracking system is built leveraging generative AI. If you have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in the comment section. We'll be compiling all the questions together, and we'll make an answer video and make it live soon. Once again, thank you so much for joining. Special thanks to my colleagues at Zobin, Dheeraj, Aman, Sridhar, and all the other people from the marketing team who have helped me make this event possible. Thank you so much.